Welcome back, everyone, to TME. Where the hell am I? Long story. But you guys remember how in the last video I was telling you I had to pick a load of fertilizer up? Well, yeah, I'm trying to do that, and I made a wrong turn. Google Maps is awesome. Thankfully, there was a very nice, kind gentleman that passed me on the road and said, you know, you're going the wrong way, buddy. You gotta turn around. You're gonna never get there from here. So that's what I did. And after I get loaded and get out of here, wait till you guys see the road from I-77 that I had to take to get in here. I'm fairly certain that I'm gonna have to go back the same way I came in. I don't think there's any, I don't remember seeing any bridges or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about weight limit. But the grades and the curves, as you see right here, well, it's not much different out there on the main state highway. So yeah, what I did is I came in from Virginia 69, right there off of I-77, and I turned too soon onto this road. So now I'm trying to get back out to Virginia 69. Look at this. Wee doggy. Yes, sir. Thankfully, he was friendly. He probably lives up there. He probably knows the deal. He's like, yeah, the GPS always takes all the trucks up this road, and it's the wrong road. It is a little deceiving, because if you look at it on the map, it actually looks like the most straightforward way to get there, but apparently it's not the right way. And by the way, it's Virginia 69. The city I'm going to is called Austinville. So it's off of I-77, and it's like, if you're going south on I-77, it can't be more than, you know, 10, 15 miles short of the grade at Fancy Gap. So we'll be going down that too after getting loaded. But this is 69 right here. So apparently we've got to keep going this way on 69. Boy, it's gonna be fun to drive on this fully loaded. Don't worry, you guys will catch it. I'll be sure to show you what that's like. And I'll be sure to not have to delete this video off of my YouTube channel. I'll be sure, okay? Now, I really wish he would have told me the name of the road I was supposed to turn on, but it can only be this one way right here. It's called Newton Church Road. In 2/10 of a mile. It's pretty cool up here, up on top of a mountain. And what this is it's a lime plant. So lime fertilizer, I'm guessing. Okay, I can already see it. Yeah, I did take the wrong road. She said drive under this conveyor. Down to some blue pallets. Okay. Oh, these actually look a lot more chilled out than the ones I picked up in Alabama. Alright, there's already a flatbed here getting loaded. I might want to wait right here. Wait on him. That I like to do, and I don't always get to do this because I don't always have the paperwork, and I don't always find myself in a situation where I'm waiting for the guy in front of me to get finished. But I've got the paperwork here. I can see what's going to be put on my trailer, and it says 16 pallets, so I can already, you know, just automatically start breaking it down mentally in my head what I'm going to do before I actually do the physical part of the job. And I'm looking at his, and it's, you know, honestly, it looks like they're loading his trailer a little front forward. I'm not really sure why. Normally you'd move it back just a little bit more. You kind of split the trailer. He's gonna have 16 pallets too, I'm assuming. That's probably the max. And so the way that I've been told previously is that when you're loading pallets on a flatbed, you want to kind of split the trailer in half. Now normally there's a marker light on the trailer, and that's like the center of the trailer, so you'd want to put, you know, your center right there at the center mark of the trailer. I can already kind of break it down in my head. So, you know, if you got 8 pallets on each side, and typically with pallets on a flatbed, you want to put 2 straps in the front, like the front pallet, and 2 straps on the back pallet. Well, I've got 10 straps, so that's like the perfect amount of straps to do this. So I can have 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and then 1 on each pallet in between. And that should give me just enough. What I've seen most drivers do, and what I try to do, is actually start the strapping process while they're loading you, but maybe they won't let you do that here. Some places they won't let you get out of the truck until they're done. Hello.
Well, across there, back down where he was at.
All right. Yeah, they split his trailer. It just looked like they didn't. I guess that was the angle I was looking at it from. But yeah, they loaded that perfectly. It's perfectly centered. All right, I'm trying to see where his tire tracks were. Where he pulled out at. In my mirror, try to get lined up with those. Okay, yep, there they go. Yeah, I guess maybe they don't want you strapping here until they're done. And that guy, he pulled all the way out. So, yeah, see what he's doing? He's starting in the center.
You want to strap as I load, you can.
Okay.
Just don't be on the trailer.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad he told me that. Otherwise, I would have been sitting here wasting time. Let's get busy, you guys. Go back on the clock for loading. That's 1, 2, 3. Four for the back side, 4 for the front side. It's really 5, but okay. So you see what I mean? You got 2 straps for the front pallet. I'll have 2 straps for the back pallet and then a strap for each one in between. So I've been watching more flatbedders on YouTube and I discovered a new way to do this. This will help it get on the other side without twisting up too much on you. It's hard to do this when the wind's blowing real hard.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Do we go off property to tarp or how does that work?
You gotta go past the scale house back down to the stop sign.
Okay.
At the pull over spot. Be right.
All right. Love it when the straps actually go where I want them to go. Oh no, don't do that. Oh shit. That gusty wind. That's the wind you gotta watch out for. See, it'll mess you up. All right, time to tarp this. About to have some fun in the freezing cold. You notice I don't have sleeves. It's because I think it feels good when I'm working. Look at the ice. Yeah, buddy. see. A few more feet and I'd only need to use one of these. But because it's that much short, I gotta use both of them. So it's been a minute since I did a video with me tarping. Okay, that looks pretty good. Good enough. Oh, that wind is brisk. Sometimes you can just kind of, when the wind's not blowing, you can just kind of kick it over the edge. You don't even have to bend over to pick it up or anything. Just let gravity be your friend in the situation. Let gravity do the work for you. That's pretty good right there. I like that. So now we'll walk down this thing one more time and try not to step in the holes, the gaps, whatever. And we're done up there. Wanting to pull the whole dang thing forward on me. Oh, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. This is some crazy wind, you guys. Some serious wind. See what it just did? We're gonna go ahead and tie the corner down so don't do that again. I don't like how it just pulled the whole thing forward when I did that, but there's not a lot I can do about it at this point, not without spending time that I don't really think is necessary to spend. So that's good enough. ugly, but it'll work. It'll do its job. Get these spread out. I've got a few longer ones, and I like to save those for the back. Seems like it makes it easier to use the long ones in the back when I can. And guys, now I've been told not to run stuff outside of the rubber rail by certain drivers. Wasn't anybody from my company, but let me tell you something. These low paying loads, when it's just stuff like this, I do it all day. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I told you guys where I'm taking this, right? Greenville, South Carolina. They want me to tarp it, right? Okay. Sure. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys how much I'm making for this, to do this. I don't want to. I think it's unreasonable, but I'm trying not to complain. Just trying to be thankful that I have a job, you know. Trying to stay positive. But I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's a fair amount, especially, you know, having to tarp it. It's a pretty unreasonable amount of money for the amount of work that I'm doing here. In my humble opinion, it just is. But hey, that's just the way it goes. But that's why I'm gonna make this a much faster job from this point out by running my bungees around the rub rail and not tucking all of them underneath the rub rail. I know there's a sense of pride that comes with doing things right and proper and everything else. And it is a proud job. It is. In this case, it's a labor of love. But in my case, it's just a labor. It's just the labor. Put it this way, I don't mind doing the work. I just want to get paid fairly for the work that I do. And I don't feel like I am being paid fairly for the work that I'm doing here. But that's neither here nor there. It just is what it is. But I'm still gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it like that instead. So, forgive me. I've seen a ton of other jobbers do it the same way, and I think they're doing it for the same reason. Just my speculation. But look how fast this is. It's just boom, 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 boom. Well, look, it's got horns. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Oops, sorry. I told you guys I was sick, right? Yeah. No, I wasn't joking. I'm alright though, it's just a cold. It's just a cold. I'll be alright. Keep having these coughing fits. It's because I need to quit doing this. I need to quit vaping. It's not good for you. It's so hard to quit vaping though. But anyway, I'm starting to understand why you see so many flatbed drivers not tarping their loads. Starting to understand. And that's all I'll say about it. But check out this road. Now, according to my paperwork, I'm about 45,000 pounds heavier than I was when I took this road to get over here. So we're gonna see how this goes. I apologize for the state of my windshield, how dirty it is. Speaking of my windshield, I wanted to mention I get a lot of comments about the crack in the windshield, and guys, if it were up to me, I would not have a crack in my windshield. Okay? I don't own this truck. I'm not an owner operator. This is a company truck. They know the windshield's cracked. They knew the windshield was cracked when they hired me. They knew the windshield was cracked when I came in on my very first day, and they wanted me to walk through a pre-trip inspection, and I walked through the whole thing until they almost fell asleep. And they knew when I told them that the windshield was cracked. They already knew. So they're aware of it. He mentioned something about getting it fixed the first day that I started. He hasn't said anything about it since then. So either one of two things is gonna happen. Either he's gonna get it fixed eventually when he gets around to it, or I'm gonna get a violation during a DOT inspection, and he's gonna have to get it fixed then. So I don't know if he's just wanting to take one for the team with his CSA score, or for his company, or what. But you know, I can't really do anything about the fact that my windshield's cracked. If it were up to me, it would not be cracked. Trust me, it gets extremely annoying, because it is, you know, depending on the glare and everything, the angle of the sun, it can be an obstruction, but I've learned to, you know, live with it. I've gotten used to it. Somebody actually left a comment when I was trying to park the other day because the sun was glaring on the windshield, and I said something about it, and they were like telling me to wear sunglasses. I don't like wearing sunglasses. I never have. I don't like stuff on my face. So I say this with a GoPro on my head, but it's not on my face, it's like on my forehead. I don't like having stuff over my eyes. I just don't. It gets on my nerves, so I don't wear sunglasses unless I absolutely have to. And I guess a situation like that, I mean, that's kind of a situation where you probably need to wear sunglasses, but I don't have any because I don't like them. I don't like wearing them. And you know how some people with sunglasses on, they just look like a major douchebag? Like sunglasses just make certain people look like that. Well, that's what I feel like when I wear sunglasses. But yeah, this road right here, it's a pretty intense road for a fully loaded semi to drive on, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no joke. It's narrow, it's windy, it's got some grades, it's kind of lumpy and everything. It's not smooth. There's a lot of blind curves, a lot. And you got these like dips. You got areas where the road rises up real steep and then it'll dip down really steep. It's a pretty interesting area though. It reminds me of like a holler or something. You know those little village things they have in West Virginia in the valleys and stuff? That's kind of what this is like. Kind of like a holler. Oh my God. Wow. Did you guys see that flag of Donald Trump's face? I'm not gonna get back on the whole political thing anymore. I already made a video about all that stuff. And here's the thing, like I'm not for him or against him. I'm pretty neutral. But I think it's pretty ridiculous how some people absolutely worship him. I mean, other people, you know, they think he's the Antichrist. But then some people absolutely worship him, and I think that both sides are absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to get into all my political statements and stuff, though. I'm not going to do that on my channel. But yeah, that flag was pretty ridiculous. Like, how absurd do you have to be at this point, this day and age that we live in? Like, how far have we gone into the area of absurdity that we have flags in our front yard with Donald Trump on, like Donald Trump's face, like in our front yard? How absurd is that? It's weird, okay? It's weird. Anyway, now that we made that pass, we're gonna make the next pass. And I know I got Fancy Gap in the last video, but now we're going south on Fancy Gap. So we're going down the grade, the long grade, wind and all. That's what we're doing this time. So I figured I'd get it again. I don't know when I'm gonna be back up here, so I might as well get it, right? This will probably be my first time going down Fancy Gap in a 10-speed, a manual truck, in about 7 years, probably. Nearly 7 years since I've gone down this grade with a manual. And this will be my first mountain descent in a manual in a very long time, because I haven't gone down the Mont Eagle grade yet in Tennessee either. This one is a little bit more serious than that one though. This one's a lot longer. So yeah, I'll be sure to get that as soon as we come up on it. All right, we're getting our first signs now. And we just slammed on brakes going up a hill. Oh, hey Swift, what's up? It's not Swift, I think it might be the Saya truck or something. Still got that high wind advisory going on. Dang man, how heavy are your trailers there, Mr. Doubles? Because I mean, I got 45 on mine, and I don't know what's going on there. I wonder if his truck is having mechanical issues or something. That's weird. It's not even that steep of a hill right here. You guys know I got that endorsement like 5 years ago. I got a doubles and triples endorsement and I never used it. I got the hazmat endorsement like a year after that. So that was about 4, almost 5 years ago now when I got my hazmat endorsement. And because of my last job, I didn't need it anymore, and I just didn't want, I didn't want to deal with the hassle of having to renew it. So I just told them to take it off of my license. Kind of regret doing that now, but yeah, I've hauled a few hazmat loads in my day back when I was still over the road. All right, here we go. Truckers, long grade, use lower gear, next 7.5 miles. What I normally do with something like this, I'll start out in 8th gear. Once the the downgrade starts, I'll get it down into 8th gear, and then depending on how the truck acts, I might have to go up to 9th. But that's my typical game plan when I'm going down a grade, and I haven't done this in a long time. But the speed limit's 65 right here. Now, I'm pretty sure if I just apply some engine brake right here, I should be able to balance it out. I'm afraid that the grade is so long, I'm afraid that if I go down to 8th gear, it's going to end up over revving, and I'd have to go back up to 9th gear anyway. So what I normally do is I'll just kind of be intermittent with the engine brake. Now right here, it gets a little bit more steep, so keep my engine brake on. If I have to introduce some snub braking into the equation, I'll do that. but the engine brake's holding it back pretty well, so it's not extremely heavy. If it was closer to, you know, like 48,000 pounds, yeah. Just be having to use like a combination of the engine brake and the service brake to do this. There's a Love's down at the bottom of this grade that I kind of want to go to real quick. Grab me a bite to eat and then get back on the road, because my goal really is to try to get back down, at least get back to South Carolina. You know, I don't really plan on getting that close to Greenville, but if I can at least get down there, maybe like Blacksburg or something like that, Gaffney, by the end of my shift today, I think I'll be doing good. I don't really want to try to go all the way down to Greenville because parking is very limited down there. And it's going to be late, so I think I'd be better off just trying to find somewhere to stop before that point. And I'm thinking Blacksburg is a good spot. That way I'm like within an hour of my delivery, something like that. All right, this exit right here, it's a little tricky. That's why I started slowing down. I had all those trucks pass me. It's because I purposely slowed down even more so that I could catch this exit right here. If you're not prepared for it, you see this 20 mile per hour exit ramp right here, you got to slow down or you're going to flip over. I'm going to try to grab me something to eat though real quick. It's already 3:30, so the later it gets, you guys know the deal.